Hey, welcome to Down on Backyard Gardening. We are going to do a garden tour today, the very beginning of April, because there is a lot going on out here. This might be a little longer than a usual video, but I'm excited to show everybody what is going on in this little tiny suburban backyard. Let's grow. So we're gonna start over here, but let me warn everyone, kids are out right now playing, being loud out there on the street. So if you hear them in the background, hey, it is what it is. So we're gonna start right over here with these potatoes. Now, about a month or so ago, I planted these pantry potatoes. That's what I call potatoes that you find in the bottom of the pantry. You got eyes on them. And I always throw them out in the soil in the garden somewhere, and these things have blown up. Look at the growth on all of these potatoes. Not one of those potatoes that I planted has not grown. They have all grown and are doing so well. Right beside that, we've got some shallots right here and then some garlics from that experiment that I did over the winter with the garlic clove in the plastic cup. They're still doing really good, actually. We've got some cilantros going. Now these have taken quite a while to take off. This soil is new. It is not an aged soil, so that could be why, but we'll see. We've got some dill, some basil, and some different basil back there. Now we're gonna swing into an area that I love, and that's the peppers and everything else. So here we go. Got some peppers in a pot here. That's the name of the pepper. Got it from Baker Creek. Got some albino bell peppers back here, and all these jalapenos in the back. And then these are the yellow monster peppers that I grew for Logan last December through now. These things have really taken off. I mean, really. All from seed. They're starting to flower. The jalapeno plants back here are actually putting on jalapenos. Got a couple of them going. Oh, even more. Look, just saw that one. So they're all doing really good. All these peppers are just doing great. I planted some oregano in here to companion plant with the peppers. And then, of course, we've got volunteer marigolds just, I mean, literally everywhere. And now that I'm over here, look at this asparagus. That was last year's asparagus. Look at just the growth on this thing is insane. Insane. These right here are the ones that I planted a couple months ago. These are going to be a purple asparagus, where these back here are a green asparagus. Again, lots of volunteer marigolds. I planted some yellow bush beans in here just to put nitrogen into the soil and, you know, to get beans. I tend to put these yellow bush beans everywhere. For that reason, nitrogen fixation. Put the nitrogen into the soil and let other plants use that nitrogen for them. Heading on down, this Boston pickling cucumbers. I am definitely ready for those. Sweet potato bed, all doing good. Every one of the sweet potato slips that I planted have survived and are growing. And then that one right there is the first sweet potato from a seed potato, not from a slip. So they're all starting to come up, and I think by next month, May's garden tour, this bed will be really, really growing like crazy. All right, coming on down, more peppers, pineapple plants that my mom and stepdad gave me. Then we've got more peppers in here. These are all bell peppers. And then back here that I will trellis up this area right here, these are asparagus beans. I'll put a picture of that up on the screen right here, but I can't wait to see these. Hopefully they'll grow really, really well. My two blueberry plants doing really good. Look at that, beautiful little blueberries on there. And both the plants are producing. Very, very happy about that. Swinging on over into this corner, usually it's always a flowering area. We've got those roses going. I can't remember what this plant is called, but it puts on a beautiful purple flower. Got some rosemary. And then these back here were a free seed from Seeds and Such, And those are going to be sunflowers. And I cannot wait to see those. Just really cannot wait. Dill that I planted. Basil. Y'all, I have transplanted basil all over this garden. So happy. Now we're going to get into the long row here. There's quite a bit going on. We've got some zucchinis going right there. Some mothball water to help keep away the vine borers. Put that video up right here, but I'm telling y'all, it works. It's not 100%, nothing's 100%, but it absolutely works to keep the moths away, but it does not keep the bees away. So when these things, when those squashes are flowering, the bees still come in, but the moths don't like the mothball water. All right, these are gonna be a squash. Is that right there? All from Baker Creek. These took forever to come up. Some dill that I planted. In this bed right here, everyone, I'm really excited to see what's going on because I have never been able to grow onions that aren't from a bulb. In other words, I haven't been able to grow onions from seed, but these Texas early grano onions right here are actually coming up. These are old onions from last year. I've just left in here to companion plant, but this right here, all of these little wisps right in here are the Texas early grano onions. So I'm hoping to actually have some big onions, fist size onions, you know, a few months from now, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm very encouraged to see that growth though. That makes me very happy. Coming on down, these two are the tomato plants that I took out of those pots a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago, and they are doing fantastic. More onions that I planted around as companion planting, a lot of basils in here. As you can see, they're putting on their tomatoes. Just saw more tomatoes right there. Now this is a yellow pear tomato. It's doing good. This tomato plant was a volunteer. I don't have a clue what it is, but you can see those tomatoes are going to be a dark color, like a purple. So I don't know, but this plant is putting on a lot of fruit. Now I did mess up. When I put these two tomato plants in this section of this bed, I thought I hadn't put any other seeds in here. Even though there's a sign, even though there's a label right there that I did put seeds in this area, I didn't even think about it when I transplanted them. So, along with the dill that I have here, all of these, as you can tell, are definitely not tomato leaves because they are lemon cucumber leaves. So I have lemon cucumbers growing up around these tomatoes. It's not necessarily ideal, but because I did it, I'm just gonna leave it alone, see what happens. That's why I've got all these tomato cages over here. I've got to go get a lot more tomato cages for everything because I want to get as much stuff up off the ground as possible. And I only have so many trellises. Like that one is the only one. All right, swinging on down, we got sweet alyssum right there that I transplanted from there over to there. More cucumbers. These are the early fortune cucumbers. Can't wait to see those growing. More squashes with mothball water around them. Tomatillo plants are doing fantastic. I grew both of these, or all three of these, from seed over the winter. That one I got from the store for $1. So I was like, $1? Yeah, I'll go ahead and get it. Hey, y'all know what these are? These are for the Japanese 2-foot long carrots. Each one of these tubes have them growing in them. I have not thinned them out yet because they haven't really taken off. I'm waiting for one to really take off in each tube, but they're all doing good. I mean, they're alive. These are onions that I left from last year that you can see are about to go to flower. In fact, that one is about to seriously flower. So that's cool. And then all these carrots that I planted last November. And they'll be ready to harvest here in about a month, actually. Maybe even sooner. I need to check these, actually. One thing I always do is I will come in on a carrot patch, pull a couple out from different parts, see if they're good size or not. And if they are, then I'll go ahead and start harvesting. If they're not, I'll leave for a little bit longer. The carrots can last in there for a long time, so not in a rush on those. Down now, from here down are all melons. We've got different watermelons through here. These are all different watermelons. And then right down here are the cantaloupes. We're really at the early stages on all of these, but I always am encouraged to see things growing. These seeds really did not germinate. It's a little golden midget watermelons I got from M.I. Gardner. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and beat them down or anything. Their seeds are always really good, but these were like 3-year-old seeds that I threw out here just to throw them out and to see if any of them would grow. And look, I got 3 of them growing, so I'm not gonna complain about that at all. This whole corner is just gonna be flowers and basil. I'm gonna put basil everywhere through here just to let it go to flower and bring all the pollinators in. The beautiful rose bushes that I have here, there's 2 of them. I totally cleaned out a couple months ago in here, really opening that up. But those flowers are just so pretty. I mean, seriously, look at that flower. Such beautiful flowers. I love roses. These things are definitely climbers and have just gone nuts. Maybe a little too much. Okay, we got basil, different pepper plants in this little raised bed, some onions for companion planting. Same thing over here, peppers, jalapenos, different types of jalapenos. We've got orange, lemon, just different jalapenos in there. Basil again, and of course onion for companion planting. Now once we start going this way, I start to get really excited because the middle of the garden is always one of my favorites because of what I plant in here. And then the end is always fun. Not taking away from everything we just showed, but this is where I start to get happy. And my blackberry bushes, they are obviously doing well. They're starting to really put on their leaves. So I think in no time they'll start putting on the berries. And then that brings in the birds, but it is what it is. All these onions are doing really good. Marigolds are starting to come up. Again, volunteer marigolds, and look at all of them. They're just everywhere. A lot of onions. Excited for that. Moving this direction into the heart of the garden, where all the fun is. Not all the fun, but you know what I mean. The rock stars of the garden are right here. And that's the tomatoes. As JoJo's walking beside me. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Just hanging out? Want to say hi to everybody? Want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. No? Y'all, she's 13. She just loves to be out here. Doesn't have all the energy, but she loves being out here with me. Okay, let's start on the tomato bed. From here all the way down, for the most part, are tomatoes. And along with all the tomatoes, as I'm always talking about companion planting, we got marigolds. Tons and tons of basil, y'all. I mean, look at all the basil. I have been transplanting all of these volunteer basil plants all over this yard, and I'm just overwhelmed with basil. Like, tons and tons of basil. I will have to start pulling these for real, but right now I'm just leaving them alone because the tomatoes are outpacing the basil, so it's fine. I'm just leaving it alone, letting this whole bed just do its thing. I have thyme right there, and then right there is where I put the single seed challenge restart seed right there. That was just a couple days ago, so it'll still be a while before it pops up. More companion plants right here. Onions all through this garden. If you don't see them, everywhere. That's where that big old wasabi radish was before it fell over. We've got dill in here, but tomatoes, more tomatoes over there, just everywhere, y'all. I've got tomatoes going all over the place. Dill right here. Sweet alyssum, again, parasitic wasps, brings them in. Just more tomatoes. And most of all of these were from seed that I grew over the winter. Now some of them aren't. I got from the local store. They're on sale for $1.50 a plant. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's fill up this bed. This is my indeterminate bed. So I've got all these trellises up here. I gotta get the rest of those out of storage that I put up for winter, get them all ready and lined up. For every one of these, I could put 3 of these on there. So directly below each one of these is a tomato plant. In theory, I could have 36 indeterminate tomato plants in this bed. If I do the vine method where I trellis them up on one single vine and do all that, which is what I did last year, this year I'm gonna do the exact same thing. And I should have about 36 tomato plants right here. That's why there's so much basil, so much sweet alyssum, so much dill, so many onions, so many companion plants for the tomatoes. Because I don't want any bugs to find these tomatoes, especially the hornworm. So basil, basil, basil. Okay, this is obviously the cherry tomato plant that I put in the bucket. I think what's really cool about this is you can see all the roots in there. And they did exactly what I knew they would do. The tomato plant's right here, but the roots went down into the area that I have that plug in to where it's basically a moat right here. So the roots go to where the water settles. And just look at that. They're putting on their fruit right there. Little yellowing of the leaves down below, but I'm not worried about that. No big deal. Just shocked the thing is actually growing. But what's funny is it's growing up. Did you notice that? Growing down. It's like, no, I'm supposed to go up. So it just went up and I left it alone. And over now, this entire bed is going to be the eggplant bed for this year. We've got mint, 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 you know, the bane of my gardening existence out here. But almost every one of the eggplants that I planted, and there's 11 eggplant varieties out here, I believe. Every one of them are actually doing well. No issues. A lot of onion in here, again, companion planting. We've got peppers growing from seed. These are fish peppers. I cannot wait to see these things start to produce. Purple ghost peppers right there. A lot of basil is in here. Again, dill. Just all kinds of stuff in here. Doing really well. Everything in here is honestly doing great. That is an onion from last year that I've just left alone and just letting it do its thing. These 2 open spots, those 2 areas will be where the 2 tomato plants for the tomato challenge between me and Next Level Homestead will go once I'm ready to bring them out. And that will be very soon. Let me tell you, those 2 plants are going nuts. But if you're interested in joining this challenge, I'll put the announcement video up right here. All you have to do is follow all the instructions on that video, get your stuff posted, join the challenge, and pick a team, either Team Chad or Team Brian. I'm really excited about getting these containers. I haven't had containers like this ever, but they're big. I'm putting peppers in here. These were all from seed, and you can see how good they're doing. More peppers over here, and then I've got super hots over here. Scorpions. Got scorpion pepper there, 7-pot pepper there. I forgot what this one is. Jamaican Scotch bonnets right there. Super hots are doing good so far. That's Carolina Reaper right there, just some normal red ones. And then the next time I show this bed, it'll be cleaning that bed up. Fairy garden bed, as you can see, and it needs a lot of TLC for real. The thing I didn't show on this eggplant bed was this. I've transplanted basils all around the back end right here before I put the tomato plants in because I want to get those established. Again, that is to completely protect those 2 tomato plants because I am going to win that challenge, at least I hope. Or give him a good run for his money. Okay, y'all, we're about done. We're over to this side of the bed. A lot is going on over here. We'll start over here. We've got peas, some Taiwanese long beans, so they're supposed to get like a foot or more long. Some squashes, cucumbers, and then some more cucumbers right over there. But these cucumbers get massive. We're talking like a foot or more long type cucumbers. Big. Can't wait to see those grow up. Okay, lots of figs trees. A lot of fig trees in here, and as you can see, they are doing fantastic, y'all. Another fig tree right here, and it's just put on so much growth. Two really old jalapeno plants right here that probably need to go, but because they're putting on leaves and stuff, I'm leaving alone for now. Limes growing really well. We got lemons up here on that tree, doing great. Calamondin game, again. The calamondins are doing good right there. Lots of growth everywhere in here, y'all. And then even some figs. A fig right there that's about ready to harvest. Container game is on point this year, for real. Check out that banana plant. I almost pulled this out and threw it away before it started to explode. And look at the growth. I mean, going crazy. Basil over there. Just, man, that thing is a beast. Swing it over. Squash is all through here. That's why there's this mothball waters right there. These here in the center are the white scallops that I am just trying so hard to grow this year. That is my mission, to grow white scallops. Because I have never grown white scallops, so I want to grow some white scallop squash this year, for real. And then these are just like some zucchinis and some old seeds that I had that I just threw out here. I was like, got to get them out here. The fig cutting is actually doing good, even though it doesn't have leaves. That's normal, they'll fall off. That thing is still good and alive. A lot of peppers along the edges. These are dragon tongue bush beans right here. But right over here next to these arches on this side, these right here are Armenian cucumbers that did great last year when I had them over there. And then those are my favorite Kahari melons that I cannot wait to see trellis up this trellis. I think it'll be so cool to have the 4 plants that I have here once they start trellising. At least that's my hope. I hope they'll do it. I'm gonna make them do it. Swinging over to the last bed, everyone. More peppers, doing good. Thyme right there. These over here are the Rapincati zucchinis, and this is that right there. You can see how much growth there are on these plants right here. Just doing great. I will start trellising these very soon once they start to put on their size. Both of these plants, actually all 4 of those plants, put on really good size fruit that should look amazing right here hanging. That's the plan. More peppers everywhere. Back here, Swiss chard that I've just left alone. And then look at that beautiful Merlot lettuce, y'all. So oh, it's putting on a flower. I just saw this as I'm talking to you all. This lettuce go to flower just to see what it would do. And look, beautiful little flowers all over this. So cool, y'all. All the garlic game is doing great. You can see all this garlic. These first 5 right here in this row are elephant garlic, so they'll be good size. And the rest of those are some pink Chinese and some Transylvania garlic that I planted. They will be harvested probably right around June or July. Yeah, everything's doing great right there. Almost done. More peppers real quick, as I don't try not to fall over. Okay, in this bed we got blue Hubbard squash at the bottom that I'm gonna use as a trap crop. And plus I want to see it grow. And more wax beans right in the middle. Just, again, nitrogen fixation. We got habaneros. These 2 plants are red habaneros. These 2 plants are normal habaneros. That's just a mystery pepper that I threw out there. And these are Hungarian wax these are Hungarian wax peppers right there, with the first one actually growing. These right here are a different type of jalapeno. I cannot wait to see these grow. Onion in the middle for companion planting. More peppers over here. This is a yellow Caribbean habanero. That will be so pretty. Wrinkled old man peppers here. This is a trick-or-treat type. That's what it's called, trick-or-treat pepper. It's a habanero type pepper. Really cool. And then this little guy is struggling. Keep it real. And that's just a yellow chili pepper. Struggling.
And then just more peppers over here, some beautiful yellow bell peppers, however you pronounce that right there, and some mushroom top peppers. I've gone big on the pepper game, for real. Serranos are doing really well. I forgot let's see what kind of pepper this is. I've got a grande jalapeno right here. This is a candy Isis tomato plants that I'm about to have to move because they're starting to put size on. This will be a video coming down the road. More peppers, y'all. Peppers. And then shishito peppers. I cannot wait to try those.
And the last thing to show, it's right here. So I did that video last month about succulents, and you can see how good they're doing. I mean, look how beautiful that one is. They're all doing really well. This one is put on the size, and so has that one right there, along with some aloe veras. Right when you think I'm done, I'm not. One more thing, just to have a little fun here. So this year I'm going really big into peppers. I'm really intrigued with peppers after watching that video, that show on Hulu, Super Hot, the spicy world of pepper people. I ordered a lot of super hot peppers because I want to try crossbreeding and just having fun, experimenting in the garden, which is what I love to do, and have fun with peppers and make my own peppers. I don't know, be kind of crazy, creative, have fun with it. So all of these right here are super hots. We have everything from 7 pots, ghost peppers. What is this one? A purple Carolina Reaper, a red Reaper right there, a chocolate. These are chocolate Reapers. This is, I don't know how to pronounce those two bottom words, but the very, very hot pepper. A white bubblegum 7-pot right there. Jamaican Scotch bonnets, another scorpion. Those aren't even all the super hots. I have like 3 more or 4 more in there that I need to plant and get growing. So we'll see. Might have some fun with this and see where it goes. Okay, everyone, so that's the garden tour for April, the beginning of April 2024. And as you can see from this garden tour, I have a lot going on already at the very beginning of April. So by May, just wait. Everything will be even more, and by June, it'll be nuts out here. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I hope if nothing else, watching this video inspires everyone, especially those of you guys that are up north where you're still getting snow or freezing temps and all that, and you have shorter grow seasons. The blessing of being here in Zone 9A, just north of Houston, is being able to do this early. The curse of being here is how it is in August, September, and July. I know I did those months backwards, but heat, y'all. I'm talking blazing, scorching, unbearable heat is what we get toward that time of year. Just, it's miserable being outside, but hey, it's gardening. It's gonna be what it is, right? All right, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, if you liked it, you want to share it, then by all means, please share it. Please like the video and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. I would absolutely, and from the bottom of my heart, invite everyone out there who has not subscribed to please join this channel. You are absolutely welcome to join the journey that we are all on together as gardeners. Everyone take care, God bless, and I'll talk to y'all again real soon.